You open the app. You see another promotion, another engagement ring, someone younger than you doing exactly what you wanted to do. You put the phone down, but the feeling stays. It's a quiet panic, a sense that the clock is ticking louder for you than for anyone else, and you're not sure if you can ever catch up. It sits in your chest. That heavy, sinking realization. I feel like I am falling behind in life. You look at your own timeline, and it doesn't match the one in your head. You thought you'd be further along by now. You thought you'd have the career, the partner, the savings, but the milestones are missing. And when you look around, it seems like everyone else got a manual you never received. They're moving forward. You're standing still. It feels like a mistake, like a glitch in the system. But there is a strange possibility that this pause isn't an error. You start doing the math. You calculate the years it will take to get where you want to be. You check the ages of famous people when they made it, just to reassure yourself. But the reassurance doesn't last, because deep down, you feel a sense of failure that torments you every hour. It's not just about the external stuff. It's the internal weight, the feeling that you are fundamentally slow, defective. You become terrified that the window is closed, that you've wasted your potential. You wonder if this feeling of playing catch-up is just how the rest of your life is going to be, and you're torn. You know logically that everyone has their own path. You know that comparison is the thief of joy, but it's still so hard to resist that toxic mentality, sometimes, and it quickly turns into self-loathing. You want to be happy for them, but every time you see someone else win, it feels like a loss for you. But here's what changes everything. You stop viewing your life as an assembly line. We are taught that life is a factory. First grade, second grade, degree, job, marriage, house. If you miss a step, the conveyor belt keeps moving, and you're left holding the parts. That's the assembly line myth. But life isn't manufacturing. It's agriculture. It's organic. Some things grow fast and die young. Some things take years to establish a root system before they ever break the surface. The delay you're feeling isn't because the machine is broken. It's because you are building a foundation deep enough to hold what is coming next. You realize that you haven't been wasting time. You've been gathering data. You've been learning what you don't want. So you don't build a life you have to tear down later. Being behind is actually a protection. It saved you from rushing into the wrong career, the wrong relationship, the wrong life. And this is the shift. You're right where you have to be right now, so you can get where you need to be. You aren't late. You are deliberate. You are not falling behind the pack. You are carving a separate path entirely, one that requires this specific timeline, this specific struggle, and this specific moment of realization to exist. So how do you live this? How do you stop the panic on a Tuesday morning? First, you change the metric. You need to compare yourself with your previous self. That is the only data set that matters. Are you wiser than you were a year ago? Are you kinder? Do you know yourself better? If the answer is yes, you are winning. Second, you shrink the timeline. Stop looking at the 10-year gap. Focus on what you can do to improve your own life bit by bit. Today, this hour, you clean your room. You send one email. You read one page. You reclaim agency over your own existence. When you do this, the noise of everyone else's race fades away. You realize you don't need to catch up to them. You just need to be here, doing your work, on your time. You don't need to explain your timeline to anyone. You don't need to apologize for the time it took to get here. What matters is you're here now, moving at your pace, and that this path, slow, messy, yours, is exactly what it needs to be. If any part of this landed with you, if it helped quiet the noise, even just a little, you're not alone. Drop a comment if you're on your own quiet path too. Sometimes just seeing that others are walking the same path makes the road feel a little less lonely.